All right, this is Chapter 4, Lesson 2, Energy Transformations and Conservation. This is a light overview because I'd like you to read, annotate, and do this section today. You should have watched the other two videos over Lesson 2 before this one. Last week, you had a chance to preview energy transformations in the virtual lab activity that you did. It gave you some videos to watch. It took you to some drag and drop activities on different pages, trying to identify the different types of energy transformations involved in different items around your house. And I looked those over, and it looked like most of you could identify maybe one type of energy, but maybe struggled to find two or three. So I'm glad that you have that background information, the little preview, especially that OK Go music video that had a lot of energy transformations in it. But here we're going to look at some more details and some of the Savas activities that you guys did are on these pages as well. So one of the assignments from the Savas set, there were 3 different activities. You were filling in the blanks of this bike riding example. So we'll talk about that here in a second. So, how are different forms of energy related? All forms of energy can be transferred into other forms of energy. We talked before a couple weeks ago now that you cannot create or destroy energy. It just turns from one type to another, and it often changes form when it's doing work. So, to change from one energy to another is called an energy transformation. And depending on the situation, you might have a single transformation where you just have one form of energy turning into another to get the work done, to get the force applied. Other times it's multiple transformations, kind of like the food chain activities that we did in the past, where we kind of thought to ourselves about the old lady who swallowed a fly. It's like from here to here to here to here, like a domino effect. Same idea here. It'll go from one type of energy to another, to another, to another. And that's where you would have multiple transformations. So they give the example that a cell phone transforms electrical energy into electromagnetic energy that travels to other phones. Your phone actually uses microwaves, not enough to cook your lunch. So, don't put your hot pocket on your cell phone and hope for the best. But it's a similar range of frequencies, which we'll talk about later on. Your body transforms the chemical energy in food to the mechanical energy you need to move your muscles. And then you can do lots of other types of things, just that simple transfer there. Multiple transformations, I think, is what a lot of the examples from that activity from last week involved. So here you would start with one type of energy, and then it's going to make many changes. So it explains that you use mechanical energy to strike a match because you're moving the match across that surface that gets it to light, and it generates the friction that. So it's going to change that mechanical energy into thermal energy. So if you rub your hands together enough, it makes it warm. That's what helps you strike the match. Once the match is lit, it's going to release the chemical energy. That red end on the matches is made of chemicals that are meant to ignite so that you can light other things on fire with it. And then you can see that it's burning because it gives off electromagnetic energy that you see as light. And then, don't touch it, but, obviously you'll be able to feel that it's hot as well. Down at the bottom, it talks about the bike rider. So your body is going to transform chemical energy into kinetic energy when you ride your bike. But where does that come from? So the sun has nuclear energy, turns it into heat and light, which is electromagnetic energy. That light goes into the plants as electromagnetic. They turn it into food through photosynthesis, and that becomes chemical energy. You eat the chemical energy, turns it into thermal energy that helps you maintain your body temperature. And then you can also use that to make the bike move.